Hey guys, welcome to 3 Mississippi. Sid here. Thanks for clicking on the video. You guys know around here on the farm, we are always talking about being prepared, whether it's having our own food that we're raising and growing and canning, to making sure that we have backup power supplies for situations where the weather's bad, or we're going to be without power, or we need to get power out to a separate location out on the property for a time being to run a tool or to do something when we're filming perhaps. So today I'm going to go over a couple of Jackery products that we have. We have done a few videos on solar generators, and I've got to tell you that Jackery is definitely one of my favorites as far as its versatility and its portability. I get a lot of questions from people too asking about, which power bank or which solar generator or, which brand or which model or which thing is going to fit their needs best. I'm going to go over some of those today, and we're going to talk a little bit about what things might suit your particular needs better than others. As you can see, this unit over here has been well used and well loved. This is the 2000V Jackery, and I actually keep this one in my brooder during the brooding season because we get frequent power outages here. This one, as you can see, has been put through its paces. It's even a little dirty right now. No shame in my farm game, because if it doesn't have a little dirt on it, did you really use it? But it has definitely come in handy several times. We're going to be focusing today on the 2000V and the E300. Now the 2000V, in my opinion, is the best entry level for essential home backup. And the E300 is the best mobile essential backup. This model here, this larger box that you see before me, is the Explorer 1000 V2. The 1000 V2, I'm actually going to be going over in another video, but this is considered the best value for essential home backup in the Jackery line. But I'm going to be kind of going over some of the stats of this one when I show you the HP 3000, which would be like the best advanced all-encompassing essential home backup. So we're going to get into those two in another video, but let's dive into these two. So one of the nice things about Jackery is they really focus on renewable energy, efficient use of that energy. And these units here are all able to be plugged into the solar option. So if you have a Jackery solar panel, you can use that to charge them, which is great. You don't just have to plug them into the wall or into your vehicle to be able to charge them. Because I do like to have options when it comes to my power banks, and not every power bank or generator can use the solar option. And so having that, to me, is really nice, because if you are going to be without power for maybe longer than you anticipated, or maybe in a situation where you're having to use the device and suck more power out of it than you planned, that gives you the option, when you can't plug into the grid, to be able to have the unit plugged into your solar panel and be able to be charging it in that way. Now, I've got to say, I have a feeling this is going to become one of my favorite Jackeries, because first of all, it's very small, very portable, and very lightweight. Now, this is the part where I bore you with a few numbers and statistics. Now, most of this stuff, I'm not going to lie, kind of goes over my head, because I am not an electrician or somebody that is super savvy about this stuff. All I know is how long it lasts me. But I can tell you that the Jackery products do, in my experience, give more bang for your buck, in the sense that I don't have to charge them as frequently when I do need them, and they do seem to last longer, and I'm able to use them for more things. Now, this E300 is obviously a much smaller, more lightweight, portable unit. This kind of thing would be great if you're hiking, if you're going to, an event or a music festival. We're getting ready to go to Freedom Weekend with some of our other YouTube family, and I have a feeling I'm going to be taking this with me, because this is the smallest, most portable one that I have seen on the market. Now, I could be wrong. There could be one that's smaller and more portable, but I hadn't seen it. And I know that the quality that Jackery has is amazing. So this is definitely going with us to Freedom Weekend. If you're gonna be out in the back 40 and you've got multiple cameras or devices that you're using when you're filming, for those of you that do those kinds of things, something like this would definitely come in handy because it's super lightweight. I mean, this would fit in your suitcase. Now it's got a 293 watt hour capacity and a 300 watt output. What does that mean? I could charge my phone on this on one charge 16 times. That's a lot. And if I'm only using it to recharge my phone or recharge my camera, that's a lot of times before I have to go plug this in somewhere or hook it back up to the solar panel. It can support 6 smart devices at once. You still have 2 regular plug-in options, and then you've got your things for your cell phones or your camera outlets, and it has the fast charging option too. Your ability to charge it through your car's port as well, and plug it into your car, truck, RV, and charge it while you're going down the road. So if you're somebody that's looking for, you know, just a little bit of extra boost to have with you on the go, to maybe keep with you when you're on the road, or if you're going to be out hiking or traveling a little bit and not be home or in a place where you can charge your phone easily, or your camera or your laptop, this is something that you can bring with you very easily, very lightweight, that you know that you will be able to not only charge it off your vehicle if you're on the go, but be able to charge your other small devices. Because some people don't need a big fancy backup system and they don't want to spend more than they have to, and they just want the convenience to get them through something that's going to be, you know, the occasional power outage. Maybe they live in an apartment and they don't want to be storing, you know, a bigger unit like this because they live in a studio or something. Having something like this as your power backup could really get you through a few hours of power outage. So if that's you and you don't need a lot of backup, or you want something that's super portable to take with you because you're always on the go, the E300 for me is your biggest bang for your buck. Now this 2000 V2 unit is a little bit bigger, as you can see, and it is definitely heavier. However, again, this can be used to charge off the solar panels, which is amazing. It's always great to have that extra option. Now this one has 2042 watt hour capacity and a 2200 watt output. It can run things like fans, lights, and routers in your house for up to 2 days. And it has the option of an emergency 1.7 hour full charge. This is the smallest and lightest 2 kilowatt hour LFP station. As I said before, this is one of the best entry-level essential home backup systems. It's great for those that are just kind of starting their home backup journey, because you can power a lot of your living room essentials, you know, your things like your lights and your fans, your Wi-Fi router, for up to 2 days, because it is a little bit more compact and pretty fast charging. So if you're somebody that's been maybe a little bit more concerned about the state of things lately, maybe you're living in an area that has been hammered by a lot of severe weather lately and you've had more power outages or situations where you wish you had like a bigger option, this is a really great way to start that. It's been a little while now since I last have plugged it in, and it's been sitting, and it's at 100% charge. To me, that's important. If I leave it sitting for a while, if I forget about it and don't need it for a while, is it going to be on 0 when I find it? No, this one's still at 100. I'll tell you honestly, it's been sitting for at least 2 months, not charged, and it's still sitting at 100%. I mean, that's pretty good. This one also has the light feature on it, which is nice. So if your power goes out and you have this in your home or your apartment, you can use the light feature on it. It's got the strobe feature, of course, and then you can turn it back off. You have a few options for plugging in your standard plugs, and again for your cell phone and devices, and of course you can still plug it into a vehicle type outlet or RV. But this is a really good option, again, if you're on the go with this handy handle, or if you're at home. You know, again, if you're somebody that maybe you travel a lot and you have an RV, this is something that can power some of the things in your RV to help assist with that. But obviously, if you look at the two side by side, this one is much more throw it in your bag and go to the beach so you can listen to music all day, be able to charge your phone when you're out hiking or taking pictures, out sightseeing, when you're traveling, whatever, and wanting to be able to still have access to power wherever you go. This is one of those things that you can just throw with you and you know it's going to last you all day. If you're going on a short little weekend trip, this would be my go-to. But if you're somebody, like I said, that's kind of starting, really thinking about, you know, a backup journey and looking at investing a little bit more in a slightly bigger unit that is available to be charged solar as well, that still gives you all the plug-in and charging options, just has a few extra bells and whistles as far as the light, obviously a much larger capacity, output strength as well. So those things are really going to depend for you on like what's important. Like, do I need to be able to run my Wi-Fi router for a couple of days? Then this might be what you want. If it's something that you're not really worried about because you don't work from home and you're not worried about it, then maybe this is the only little backup thing that you want to dip your toe into for now. But I can tell you, as somebody who basically does work from home as a content creator and somebody who has livestock, that there's times where I need to keep heat plates on, or I need to be able to run certain tools, you know, out in the back 40 for whatever reason, or away from a power supply. Having this one is great because it is still very portable with the handle. It's not that heavy. It's definitely heavier than this, but it's not that heavy that you can't lug it around with you. And it still gives you a lot of options as far as output. Like, this isn't gonna back up your whole kitchen for days and days and run your refrigerator, but it can keep you a little bit more comfortable as far as, you know, running some lights, keeping you cool in the summer, running some fans and things like that. So really look at like what your needs are and think about that, because this is a great one to dip your toe in with. I really do think that, you know, it's one of those situations where I've been thinking about getting some kind of generator or power bank that's portable, but I just don't know. I can tell you Jackery is a really good brand. They stand behind their products. This would be a really good way to dip your toe in. If you guys are watching this video as it comes out here, if it has been recently published and you're watching it, you know, Amazon Prime Day is right around the corner here in just a few days, and we are plugging in for Prime Day. They're gonna be running some specials, some sales on some of these, and some package deals on some of the products that they have in their line, not just the two that I've gone over with you guys today. But in my opinion, these are both really good entry-level options. This one obviously can do a lot more for you, will last a lot longer, but this one is extremely portable. So figure out which one is the right fit for you, and go take a look. There's a link down below in the description. There's also some discount codes there for you to check out. Go take a look at all of that and see what works for you, what's going to fit in your lifestyle better to make you feel more prepared. Because, you know, guys, as we all know, it's really hard nowadays to be prepared for every scenario that's going to happen or everything that's going to come up in our lives. But having something like this does give you a little extra peace of mind that when the lights go out, when, you know, you can't run your CPAP machine because your power's out, these will get you through that. Jackery really has something for everybody. I can't wait to show you a couple more products in their line later this week in another upcoming video. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you. As always, stay blessed, and remember, safety's off.